Hey everybody, welcome to GBTV, Just in Movies. I'm here with you today, Dominique and Tracy, and we're here to share with you guys some new releases that we have already starting today, Tuesday, as well as some that's coming over the next Tuesdays of this entire month. So we've got some really, really good movies this time that we want to talk and share with you guys today. And I'm actually going to start off with a Marvel movie because you guys know I love
Shocking.
Marvel. Shocking, right? Shocker. And this is going to be Ant-Man and the Wasp and Quantumanium. And since I did watch it, I did see this film, and this is a PG-13 film. And so basically, I'm going to read it off to you guys because this is a lot better description than what I can say. I can go long-winded with it. But so Ant-Man, which is also known as Scott, and Wasp, known as also Hope, are dragged into the quantum realm, along with Wasp's parents, who's played by Michelle Pfeiffer and Michael Douglas, and Scott's daughter, Casey? It's
Cassie.
Cassie. See, I'm terrible with names. Together, they must find a way to escape. And along the way, as I'm trying to figure out how to escape, we end up learning that Hope's mother is actually hiding a secret. Now, in this particular Ant-Man, we are reintroduced with a supervillain that goes by the name of Kang. And Kang is actually in Loki. If anyone who has Disney Plus, he's introduced first time in there. And that is played by Jonathan Major, who's also in Creed 3, which is another
Which
film.
is another new
That's
movie.
another movie that's going to be coming out here at the library towards the very end of the month. And so this is played by Paul Rudd. Is it? How you pronounce her name?
Evangeline Lilly.
Evangeline? Yeah. I can never pronounce her name, but I know her as Kate from Lost. So,
Right.
and then Catherine Newton, again Michelle Pfeiffer, Michael Douglas. I mean, the list goes on, and you even have Bill Murray in it. So,
Which I was surprised to see.
I know.
Is he a villain? What does he do in this movie? Don't
you
give
know
us
what?
too much.
Somewhat of a villain, but not really. He kind of remembers Michelle Pfeiffer's character when she was lost in the quantum realm back in the very first one. And this is our first time really kind of knowing the history behind what happened to Hope's mother, played by Michelle Pfeiffer. So it's really interesting. I don't want to say too much because it's going to really, kind of mess up the whole. And he's really funny, as always. Bill Murray is funny.
So this is a sequel to the first Ant-Man, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Which we do have.
Which
the
we
first
also
one.
have.
We have that one.
And that
on the
movie is a
shelves.
lot of fun.
That one is a lot of fun.
Yes.
This
So I'm
one is
looking
a little
forward to
bit
this.
more, is a little wacky but serious, and getting to learn a little bit more background about Hope's mother and what she experienced.
Is this Marvel educational?
Pretty much. It pretty much is. It really, really is. And so it's really good. Again, I don't want to say too much. I can't really this time compare to the comic books because this is like going more into Fantastic Four, where Kang was actually introduced there, but he was known as, I think he was called, oh man, something Tut. I can't remember, but Rama Tut.
You know your Marvel.
And well, I kind of like to go backwards and see, but that was back in 1963
Oh, yeah.
for this comic book. And then in 1964, in the Avengers comic book, is when he ended up adopting the name of Kang.
Okay.
So it's really interesting how they kind of threw in a little bit of some stuff from the comic book into this particular one. And that's where they come in with introducing with these weird creatures that Paul Rudd and his daughter end up kind of coming across throughout this whole entirety. So it takes you on a whole kind of like Marvel world. So it's really interesting.
You know, side note, we also have lots of like Marvel encyclopedia books. I just want to mention, if you really want to wrap your brain around the Marvel universe, come in and check out some of those.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, to
Oh my
kind
gosh.
of go as a companion along with your Marvel movies that you're checking out.
Oh my gosh.
So, hey,
there you go.
Can I throw in another side note?
Yeah, sure.
So since we're talking about superhero movies, another one that's coming new to the media banks this month is Shazam! Fury of the Gods, which is a sequel to the first Shazam. And all I'll say is that it's PG-13 and it's a good, fun, family superhero movie. if you're into that kind
Yeah.
of thing. So that's coming to the media banks this month as well.
Nice, awesome. Okay, so that's some family stuff. Now let's get some horror films.
Oh,
So what do we have?
well,
What do we have?
we have
We got popcorn this time, so we're ready.
we have Knock at the Cabin.
Okay.
This is directed by M. Night Shyamalan, and if you've seen any of M. Night Shyamalan's movies, you probably know the kind of tone to expect from this film. While vacationing at a remote cabin in the woods, a young girl and her parents are taken hostage by 4 armed strangers who demand they make an unthinkable choice to avert the apocalypse. Confused, scared, and limited access to the outside world, the family must decide what they believe before all is lost. Dun,
Okay.
dun, dun.
Okay.
So you know, M. Night is responsible for Signs, The Sixth Sense, Split, I think might be a recent one, all of which we have here if you want to have a
Yep.
M. Night
Yeah.
Shyamalan binge fest. Knock at the Cabin uses that same kind of slow burn, tension building approach that he's known for with a lot of those other movies.
Okay.
And this movie stars, among others, Dave Bautista from Guardians of the Galaxy, Drax, and also Rupert Grint, who is Ron Weasley
Yes.
of Harry Potter fame.
Yes. Remember me being Harry Potter at one point, right?
I
No?
sure do.
Okay. Never mind. Carry on. Carry on. Okay.
So, this movie is also based on a book called The Cabin at the End of the World. And we have that here at the library. It's by
I was gonna
author
ask.
Paul Tremblay. He's got a lot of other things too. I always like to read the book first and then watch the movie. That's a good time to me.
Okay.
If that's a good time to you, come and check them out because we have them both here at the library. We also have all the aforementioned movies, as I said, Signs, The Sixth Sense, Split, lots of others. I think M. Night Shyamalan did The Last Airbender. We've got that here, the live action
I didn't know
version.
that. Okay.
So when it comes to Knock at the Cabin, don't forget, rated R, for good reason. A little too violent and suspenseful perhaps for the younger set, so bear that in mind. And my Milk Dud rating on that is 2.5 because not my favorite M. Night flick, but it's got some teeth, so
Okay.
it's worth seeing, especially to compare to the book.
And you know what? Speaking of rate, can we show back Ant-Man? I'm sorry, I totally lost to tell you guys the ratings. So my milk is my first Milk Dud rating. Thank you, Tracy. All right, so for that one, I will give it 3 Milk Duds. I'll be fair,
Okay.
only because Kang really held his own on Ant-Man, Quantumania. Without Kang being in there, Jonathan Major, I mean, he played that role to the T. He made that movie. So I'm gonna give it 3. I'm gonna be fair, and it's Marvel, so I have to give it 3. I can't give it no lower than that, no matter
Is
what.
it fair then?
No
Sound
matter
a
what.
little biased.
No, I'm gonna be a little biased because I'm a Marvel fan. I'm sorry, I gotta give it 3. So
Okay.
totally. Okay.
All right, that
Your
works,
next
that
one. Sorry.
Okay, so now we're going to switch gears again and we're going to go to 80 for Brady. A lot of people have really been looking forward to this movie. It's inspired by the true story of 4 best friends and New England Patriot fans who take a life-changing trip to the 2017 Super Bowl to see their hero Tom Brady. They grab life by the horns and they set out on what turns out to be a wild trip to see their guy take on the Atlanta Falcons. So for starters, we have to talk about the star-studded cast.
Yes.
Lily Tomlin, Rita Moreno, Jane Fonda, Sally Field, and Tom Brady. 80 for Brady is, well, I would say it's not particularly groundbreaking, except for the fact that it does star an A-list cast of senior actors.
It does.
Which we just
It
don't
does.
see very often. And granted, they've got Hollywood stylists behind them, but I have to say their hair looks great. All of them
Yes.
have great hair in this movie.
I agree. 100% agree.
Yeah, you
They
saw
look
it,
pheno-
right?
I did. I watched it last night. It was phenomenal. It was funny. It was extremely funny to me. But no, their hair was It was on point.
On point.
It was
Right,
nice.
right.
It was great.
So, okay, it's kind of predictable, it's kind of cheesy, but it's also very heartwarming
It
and
is.
fun.
It is.
It is. The movie's tagline is "Best friends get into the best kind of trouble," which I think is very sweet and true. And some of the online reviews that I saw kind of capture it best. Heartwarming tale of devotion and friendship, unabashedly sweet. 4 good reasons to see this movie: Lily, Sally, Rita, Jane, and a perfect movie to remind us that happiness has no age limit.
I agree.
So take it for what it is and have a good time. Oh, another side note, speaking of Lily and Jane, they are also in another new movie that we're getting this month called Moving On. These
Okay.
two really seem to enjoy working together.
Yep. Yeah.
And we also have the first couple of seasons of Grace and Frankie
Mention that. I was going to mention that. I love
here.
the show.
If you want to start binging that show, which is a fun show,
It is.
they just have great chemistry together.
They do.
I think they are real life good friends, and it works. You can tell.
You can tell.
Mhm.
They are great chemistry. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And Lily Tomlin, I mean, she's just phenomenal. All of them are phenomenal, but I love Lily Tomlin.
I also love Lily
Oh my
Tomlin.
gosh. Oh my gosh. And
Mhm.
Sally Field is, I forgot how funny she can be.
Mhm.
You know.
She's that subtle kind of funny.
She is very
She's just
subtle,
a
but
quiet,
she's-
mousy kind of funny, but she's fantastic.
She really is.
Yeah.
Oh wow. All right, and then I think that
Oh,
was
do you want my
pretty
milk
much-
dud rating for
Oh,
that?
Yes.
Well, tell me if you agree.
Okay. Okay.
Because you saw it as well.
Okay.
I gave it 2.5 milk duds. 2.5 because it's kind of formulaic, but 2.5 because it's fun and because Lily, Jane, Rita, Sally.
I agree.
You
I will
agree?
agree. I would agree on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can
totally
disagree if
2.5.
you want to. It's all right.
You know, not this time. Maybe
Okay.
next time. I'm gonna disagree. But this time I agree. It was a fun ride.
Yeah, it's fun.
Ending could have been a little bit better, but you know, it having the star cast really did help. You know, and it was fun watching them all be in one spot,
Yeah.
in one place. So no, I agree. 2.5.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's a sweet movie.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
definitely worth watching. We covered the ones we talked about covering, right? Because I have one
Yeah.
more I want to throw in there.
Uh-oh. Okay. What we have?
Cocaine Bear. This movie is crazy. This one is coming into the media banks as well.
Okay.
Wait, I think it might actually be there now.
Okay.
This one gets a special mention, okay? Cocaine Bear. Very loosely based on the true story of an American black bear that ingested nearly 75 pounds of cocaine jettisoned from a plane over a natural forest in Georgia by a drug smuggler in 1985. Okay, so in the movie, the
I'm sorry.
bear.
I'm trying not to laugh because I just watched Cocaine.
You
Go
did?
ahead. I did.
Okay.
It was stupid funny, but go ahead.
Okay, so in the movie, the bear, as you know, goes on a crazy, uber gory, cocaine induced rampage and kills 8 people. In real life, the poor bear was killed by the cocaine
Yeah.
like within 45 minutes after it ingested it. The movie stars Kerry Russell and the late, great Ray Liotta. And if you are into this genre, Cocaine Bear is a hilarious horror comedy, nutty,
It's
all the things.
Yeah.
I gave it 3 milk duds because it's just
Oh.
nuts. And I
you gave
really
it
liked
3
it.
milk duds.
I really liked it.
Really?
I LOL'd, as the kids say, a lot. It was really funny, but you have to appreciate this kind of like hyper gore. It's all tongue in cheek.
It was definitely a lot of gore. It was 3 milk duds. Why?
Now you know how
Now I
think.
have to agree
Yeah,
to disagree.
no, that's a little
Tracy.
insight.
Uh-uh.
That's a little insight into me. Okay.
Okay.
So just to mellow it out, let's just give another honorable mention to
Sure.
our good old friends Hoopla and Canopy that always have good stuff on them. Canopy just has a ton. I can't, yeah, oh yeah. Use your library card to access Hoopla and Canopy digitally online. I can't say enough, especially about Canopy. I love it. There's a ton, and they're constantly updating and refreshing.
Yeah.
They've got it curated into special genres and collections. You can't go wrong. There's really something for everybody, and of course, free with your library card.
Exactly. Awesome. All right. Well, Tracy, I appreciate you always being here and sharing with everyone, and give me the opportunity to milk dud rate something. So I feel very special today. So, and some great honorable mentions. So we'll make sure we'll comment below after this particular video with all of these films that we were just talking about, even the ones that are already here. So the older films that are really, really good options while you wait for the other three that's coming out for the towards
Absolutely.
throughout May. But
Yeah.
I want to thank all of you for joining us. So I'm Dominique and Tracy here at Gale Borden Main Library, and we hope to see you all very soon. And again, if you do not have a library card at Gale Borden, don't forget, meet our customer relations desk, and they'll be more than happy to help sign you up with a library card so you can get ready and start checking out these wonderful materials that we have waiting for you all, okay? All right, so thank you all for watching, and you have a wonderful day. Take care.